Um, so tonight, guys, it's very rare I put on a Zoom meeting at 8:30 in the evening when my favorite football team's playing football. So that's a big sacrifice, or I made a big mess up on my diary. But anyhow, I'm here and I'm just going to cover some things because I've had a few people go in. How can you find it so easy to get a customer, or how do you find it so easy to get a recruit? And it kind of escalated from a one-to-one I had with one of my team members recently, and we were sat in a pub, and he said, "How do you get customers?" Well, there's lots of ways, There's this and that, neighbor letters and talk to your friends and blah 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 blah. And he said, "Yeah, but you've been doing it 28 years. That's my anniversary. 28 years I've been doing it." He said, "How do you still get them?" And I said, "Well, you prospect people." So I just want to cover prospecting. I want to cover what to say, what not to say, which is the important bit, I think, and some basics there. So I was in the pub and having this one to one, and he said, "How do you get customers?" And I said, "Well, you prospect people." And he said, "Yeah, but what do you say?" I said, "Well, the most important thing is you need to ask questions, but you also need to find their pain." And I've seen so many partners, they get all excited, they have a prospect or they're doing a presentation, and they seem to have verbal diarrhea. They seem to just go, "Oh," and I'm going to explain it with when you do the appointment, you've got the PowerPoint presentation that the company give us, and actually, if I share, there you go. Can you see that screen there? So people go, "Oh, right, here we go. Right, save time, save money, earn extra income. Want to find out more? Yes, click that. Watch a video, death by video. Great." Um, I'm going to be honest, guys. think? Do you really think that um watching a Ben Vogel is going to get you the deal? Okay, maybe it's going to help. Maybe it's a great credibility. But I don't know, guys. We had Terry Wogan, we had Joanna Lumley, we had some great people in the past. It's not really increased the chances. Maybe it's given some credibility because they might not know me, or they might know me. That's the worst bit. They might know me and go, "Don't trust that Rob." Um, they trust Ben more. But I'm a firm believer in people will only change if they've got pain, or you can find that pain and go, "UW can solve that." For example, this young lady in the pub, she walked past us and I said, "Excuse me, can I ask you a quick question?" She goes, "Yeah, sure." And I said, "How much do you pay on your mobile phone each month?" She goes, "Oh, I pay £15 a month. I've got a really good deal." I said, "Wow, great, fantastic." And what if I could do it for £5 a month with 10 gigabytes of data? She goes, "What? How do you do it that cheap?" So, okay, if I could do it, would you be interested? Yes, yes, yes. Great, great. Okay. Here's my number, give us a call, blah, blah. And this particular partner was going, "That was too easy. They're not all like that." I said, They can be. Don't get me wrong. Some people go, "No, I'm on the most amazing deal with gift card at £6 a month." I'm like, fine. You know, um, all my neighbors, I've been doing this 20 years. Okay, I've only lived here maybe 7 years. All my neighbors I've prospected 101 million times, but my two very close neighbors, one's a former banker, the other one's a life coach. And again, I said to my over the garden gate the other day, I said, his name's Tony. I said, "Tony, you know, how much you pay your mobiles?" He goes, "Oh, we got a good deal with Vodafone. We pay about £70 a month for our two mobiles." So, but it annoys me when we're abroad because we have to pay £2 a day for using our data. And I said, "Okay, and how much data do you normally use?" "Oh, we don't use anything because we're always at home and connected to the Wi-Fi." I said, "Okay, so two options, £5 a month, or you can see where I'm going with this, can't you? Or £23 a month for two SIM cards for 6 months, and then 33 after that. And that's unlimited, free EU roaming, blah, blah, blah." And his wife just went straight away, "Sign me up." I said, "Okay," made a point to go around there. And then obviously I didn't just go in there on the phone, blah, blah, blah. I then did the presentation. I'll cover that in a minute. And all I'm saying is find their pain. Now they might not be in pain on their mobile. I just think it's a great way in at the moment to lead with the mobile SIM card. It could be energy, and when I do the 20K giveaways, and I'll be honest, I don't do many and I don't do door knocking, but I'm tempted to do it just to prove a point. I think we go, hey, I'm with the wonderful UW company. We've been going 20 odd years and we've got 93 awards and blah, blah, blah. And if you were standing on my door saying that, I'm going to be going, boring. So what? Who cares? 21 million awards and what company? And you're based in London, the call center's London. I don't care. I never phone my energy company. I just get a bill. I'm going to get, my hot button's going to be, you know, who you with on your energy? X, Y, Z. Are you happy paying that much? No. Great. If I could do it cheaper, would you be interested? Yes. You want people to say no to you. You want people to say, no, I'm not happy with my broadband. It's buffering all the time. Or it's okay. I've got 1,000 billion gigabytes and I'm paying £1 million a month for it. I love that, you want the people that are really unhappy. And I love our cashback card. I was playing golf the other day with some guys, and there's an accountant there, and he said, "Oh yeah, I've heard about UW. You not, he said, I've looked at it before. Your energy is pretty similar to what I'm paying now." So I knew straight away I'm struggling a bit here because he wasn't like, "Oh yeah, let's talk again." And I said, "Your energy company, do they give you money off all your shopping, And he said, "Money off shopping?" I said, "Yeah." And I showed him, and this month, where's my phone? It might be died at the moment. Here we go. Where's my cashback card? Let's have a look at my cashback card this month. I love it. Oh, there you go. All right. I think I can show you on the camera. Can you see that? Ignore the amount I've got in the card. I've got £98 cash back this month. And I love it when Emily goes shopping. I think that's mainly me, actually. Um, and he was go, £98 cash back. Like, yeah, so that comes off my energy bill. And by the way, my energy bill's free. Don't have to pay it. Get it free from the utility warehouse. Suddenly, we're in a conversation, and he's an accountant. I said, would you like your energy bill free? Would you like £100 off, or even £50 off? We're in a conversation. Go, yeah, yeah, yeah. Money, money. So, top tip, guys. Find someone's pain. You don't have to spill vomit all over them. I'm with the most amazing company in the world because everyone thinks their company's amazing until you find their pain. And this partner said to me, okay, right, that was an easy one. SIM card, yeah, you got her. That was lucky. How do you recruit? And I said, well, you just find their pain again. So this young lady walked past and, excuse me, can I ask you another question? I said, we are recruiting at the moment in this area, and we're looking for people that want to work in their spare time. It won't affect their day job and, can earn some extra money. Do you know anyone that might be interested? So I didn't say, would you be interested? I said, do you know anyone? And she said straight away, me, I hate my job. They don't treat me well here. I'm a team leader. I'm on minimum wage. I do all their social media. And they keep promising me a pay rise and never get it. Said, I'm trying to save up for a house. And then I just said, so in 5 years' time, then, where do you see yourself? Do you see yourself still here, or do you see yourself doing something? She goes, I've got to do something else. I can't wait 5 years. And that was the hot button. I found her a pain. Her pain was she didn't like her job. And in 5 years' time, the reality check is, well, I can't see a way out of this at the moment. So what am I going to do? And then the partner said to me, this is like stage. You sure she's not an actress or something? Because you've invited me to this pub, it's your regular pub, blah, blah, blah. I said, yeah, it is my regular pub, but I've never met her before. So you just prospect people. So I said, okay, look, what do you do when you sign them up then? I said, right, I'll show you my appointment. So on the appointment, we met in a coffee shop and cost coffee. No, it wasn't Cafe Nero. Could you get discount? There was Cafe Nero, don't be Cafe Nero. And we met at a coffee shop and she come in. It was funny because straight away she goes, oh, I'm sorry, I've been working all the hours on the sun. I've forgotten to bring my CV. I said, I don't need a CV. It's not a job interview. I said, this is about where you could be in 5 years' time. Grab a seat. And then I didn't talk to her about UW. I just said, her name is Libby, by the way. I said, tell me about yourself, Libby. And she said, well, I got my boyfriend. We're looking to try and buy our first place and blah, blah, blah. And I said, and where at the moment, it's a beautiful pub, beautiful hotel. Um, you know, how are you going to get out there? What's the next step? And she suffered from ill health. I won't go into personal details, but she said sometimes she can't work and she has to have a week off. And she said, I've just got to find something I can do from home and pay me what I'm worth. She's given me the hot buttons. So, when I said to her, well, UW is a major PLC company, they've been doing 28 years, and basically what they do, Libby, is if you find someone that wants to save money on their broadband or mobiles or energy or insurance, you're going to get paid a commission up front. And that can be up to, say, £300 immediately in your pocket. If you get four in a month, that's a nice little commission check. And then you get what's called this residual income. And so the upfront money you could save towards your house, the residual income would be your pension plan or your holiday fund. Do you like holidays? Oh, yeah. And again, we're just talking about hot buttons. What do you like to do? Where do you want to be in 5 years' time? Well, I didn't show her Ben Fogle. I didn't show her anything else. And I said, and it's really easy to get started. We need to get you registered. You get your own website, and it's £10 to register. So we get you signed up. She goes, yep. And the partner next to me go, hang on, you haven't done the videos yet. You haven't. He didn't say that in front of her, but I could see him afterwards. He said, you didn't do this, you didn't do that. I'm like, why am I going to go through this whole process for about 20 minutes when she's going to give it a go for 10 quid? And then, by the way, when you register, Libby, it's going to answer all the questions that's probably going through your head. If you don't like what you see, you can cancel it in the next 30 days. But, can you get the training done later today? Yeah, I'm off now. And she said, how long is the training? I said, it's about 20 minutes. She said, oh, that's good, because where I work, got all these videos we have to watch. It could be hours long sometimes. So it's 20 minutes. And then, that is it. And I think sometimes, guys, no disrespect to head office, I think they've given us too many things. And we go, oh, let me show you this video. Let me send you another video. There's all this stuff. And it's like I say old days. That's terrible. In the old days, we used to get a bit of paper. We called it the martini. You certainly remember this. We called it the martini. We just draw four squares in the top left. And we go, this is what you can earn every month, and we draw spiders and say, hey, you build a team. Oh, yeah, this Libby, she got really excited about a team. She goes, yeah, got a team in the pub. I'm on £12.50 an hour and I run a team. I go, great. Run a team in our company. You can earn hundreds of pounds a month. So, guys, if you haven't heard of LMP's question and answers, definitely look into that. But you've got to start asking questions. You do not have to vomit all over people about how wonderful UW is or how wonderful you are. And I'll be honest, sometimes when people say to me, oh, do you have a team? I don't mention I've got 4,000 partners. Go, yeah, I've got a team. Because that's irrelevant how many partners I've got. It's, yeah, I've got a team and I will help and support you. And if I'm not around, I can call upon other people. But it's all about the questions. It's not about death by PowerPoint. And you've got to get back, you've got to get out there prospecting. You've got to have the confidence. So with recruiting, I always use the third party approach. That worked really well for me. Do you know anyone that might be interested? We are recruiting at the moment. You've got to get excited. Anyone on this phone call tonight, on the Zoom call tonight, here's another one for you. I have so many people say to me, and I've had it, my team are useless. They're doing nothing. I'm like, okay, so what's their dreams? What's their goals? What's their passion? Well, I don't know, but they're still not doing anything. I tell you what, if someone's got a dream and a passion, they will be doing stuff. And sometimes it needs to be prodded. Sometimes we need to remind them why. And for us on the room now, on the Zoom call now, remind yourselves, why did you join? And it changes. I joined to make £200 a month. I needed £200 a month to pay my car loan, to keep the car on the drive so I could go to work, to earn money, to pay the bills. People say to me now, why do you do it? It's different for me now. I've got a team. I've got a lovely passive income. I love the buzz. I do love the buzz of, I've got to be honest, with this partner of prospecting people and kind of showing off, going, it's not this hard. It's not hard. You just say to someone, the Village Hotel in Bournemouth, the people behind the bar, they're hardly prospected. I was there the other day. We had Val Adaway down, and I'm at the bar, and she gets her business card out and says to the young man behind the bar, she said, by the way, I'm recruiting at the moment. Do you know anyone that might be interested? And he took the card and goes, yeah. And I'm there going, oh my God, she's prospecting one of our own Bournemouth lot, and she lives miles away. What are we doing? But I also said, good on you, girl. Well done, because others don't do it. One of my biggest inspirations was Jimmy Chapman. If you don't know Jimmy Chapman, he's built over 100,000 customers. He's a superstar. And if you're ever near him, you don't have a social with Jimmy Chapman because he's working. He's always prospecting. He's always talking to people. And he uses the 3 foot rule. If you're within 3 foot of me, I'm going to give you a card or I'm going to prospect you. And he does it all the time. So think about your script. So on recruitment, keep it really short and simple. It's about, I use the third party approach. Hey, we're recruiting. Drive-throughs. If you do the drive-throughs, I do that a lot. Costa Coffee, Starbucks, wherever I am on the motorway, you know, they go, how can I help you today? I'll have a medium latte, please. Great. Anything else? No. And when you get to the counter and they're handing you the drink and you're paying for it, go, by the way, I'm recruiting at the moment in this area. As long as you're in the UK, it's fine, okay? I'm recruiting in this area. Do you know anyone that might be interested in get your business card out there? You might not get a phone call, but sometimes people go, yeah, I'm interested. Then talk to them, get their number if you can. Okay. Customers lead with something that's a no-brainer. The SIM cards are a no-brainer in it. 6 months free on that, unlimited deal. £23 for the first one, 6 months after that. And by the way, become a customer, take on some other services. If you're a homeowner, we can bung up to £150 on your cashback card. It's loads of stuff to give away at the moment. The other thing, connectors. I do have a lot of people that do know about UW or their customers or whatever. Don't forget connectors. I love connectors. Partners are the best because obviously they're going to do the work because I don't want to be doing the work. I don't want to be working tonight at 8:30 tonight. I've got to be around. So could be watching a football team. But partners are the best. But if they're not partners, connectors, it's a no-brainer. It costs them nothing to do to join. They get a link, they send it off. You get the customers, you get the points, you get the holiday points, you get the hampers, and it costs them nothing to do. So, again, I was playing golf. You might notice I play golf. I was playing golf the other day, and one of my customers was there, a great guy. And I said, we were talking, I was prospecting this accountant, and he said, oh, he said to the accountant, you've got to go with UW. They're great. It's all on one bill. It's simplified my life. They're fantastic. Now, before I was playing golf, I looked at his account to see if he had a SIM card, and he doesn't. I said, oh, Dopey, his name is. I said, Dopey, you haven't got a SIM card off us. He said, no, no, no. If you remember, Rob, my mate works at Vodafone. I got this amazing deal, kind of mates rates. Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah. What was it again? He said, oh, yeah, I pay £15 a month, get unlimited data. So it's me, the wife, and the 3 kids. So I'm like, oh, £15 a month. Is that each SIM? Yeah, 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 yeah. So I said, I can give you 4 SIM cards for £23 a month in total for 6 months. You can do the math. And then 53 after 6 months. 53. Hang on, that's less than £15 a month. I'm like, yeah, sign me up. I said, go to your app. And we got his app up. We ordered 4 SIM cards there and then. And he said, what's a cashback card? Oh, you don't have a cashback card. And I showed him mine. He goes, and he signed up for that as well. So after that, I got to be honest, I drove home going, well, that's good. He's taken on some more services. And then that night he said, it was great to see you. Thanks, Rob. I love the look at this cashback card. I've got the porting code. So when I get the card, blah, blah, blah. And then I said to him, I said, oh, you should become a partner. You were great telling that accountant guy how wonderful you are. And he said, oh, I'm too busy building my business, blah, 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 blah. And I said, be a connector then. Just share a link and they'll all come to me. I can sign them up. And you can earn up to £150 per individual one. He goes, send me the link. I said, I'll send you the link. You just sign up, give us your bank details, and that is it. And I just thought, do you know what? And I got a referral today. It's a rental, I'm afraid to say. I should have told him homeowners only, but I got a referral today. I got excited. This guy's going, hey, got your name and number. And yeah, I'm moving into my new property on the 10th of November. I'm like, and I'm on a computer and go, oh, you get fibre there. That's good, and all we do your electric and SIM cards. And I was like, this is great. Yeah. And he goes, and then later on, I gave him the quote. Later on, he come back to me and says, I'm not a homeowner, by the way. I'm rented. Does that make any difference? Okay, I'll have a rented a property, no commission in it, But yeah. So I'm going to open up to questions. So if you want a question, you want to wave your hand or anything, but that's in a nutshell. Keep it simple. Don't vomit over people. Prospect people. Be enthusiastic about the proposition of the customer, the proposition of being a partner. The proposition of being a connector. Go through all your customers. Offer all your customers the opportunity to be a connector, because you might get someone out there like me that ran a car cleaning business. I said to Prithvi, I'm not interested, but he persevered. If we had the connector program, I would have done that. But he got me on the partner program. So partner first, obviously, but connector second, because you still get the points and rewards and residual income, blah, blah, blah. So, and Shalane, right, Shalane. So this actually Zoom call come about because of you, actually, because you said to me, I've done 13 appointments or 17 appointments and no one's signed up. What's going wrong? And I'm going to share this, Shalane, with everyone else. We were going through your presentation and it was kind of death by PowerPoint. It was, you had all the information there. It was, I call it, yeah.
Vomit purple.
Yeah, it was beautiful. I mean, everything you said was lovely. I mean, the information you knew was great, but you didn't find my pain. And then at the end of your presentation, I said, "Oh, I think about it." So if you're getting lots of people say, "I think about it," you haven't found their pain. So you've got to find their pain. Yes. Sorry.
Okay. I do neighborhood letters. Okay, and I've been determinedly out there making it work, and it is working. And I have had 2 customers this month, so I'm thrilled so far, and a whole lot of appointments booked. But I would like to hear what you would say to, oh, I'm okay. I'm happy with whom I'm paying at the moment. I'm happy with who I've got at the moment.
Yeah, that's great. That's great. Thanks. Look, here's my card and my number. If at any time in the future you're not happy, you know who I am, where I am, and you can give me a call. By the way, we're recruiting in the area at the moment. We're really busy. And if you say things like that, they're like, really busy. Wow, this is good. So you don't have to, if someone's saying they're okay, that's fine. Don't have an argument with them. If you've covered all the aspects, if you're leading with energy and they say they're okay, that's fine. Who's your mobile with? Oh, I'm okay with mobile. That's fine. Who's your broadband with? Okay. Don't just give up, obviously, straight away. But if they keep saying, "Oh, we're okay, we're okay, we're okay," fine. Here's my card. If anything, yeah, there is no point. How long does it take to knock on a door? How long does it take for them to answer? That could be 5 minutes.
It's far quicker than a 20K.
Oh,
Far
yeah.
quicker.
Of
Far
course it is.
quicker. I walked down the road. I've put the flyers out a week ago or a few days ago, and I walked down that road, and then wonderfully I met a lady who put out about 45 for me the other day just as a gift. So that was marvelous. But yes, and we're also trying to aim for the
Sorry, Shalane, can I say my 2 neighbors signed up recently? There was another one down the road. He's a retired salesman, been all around the world selling in Dubai and all that area. Anyway, cut long story short, he was out cutting his hedges the other Sunday when it was nice and dry. I thought, great, I'll go and say hello, And he's a really nice guy. I say hello a lot to him. And I went over and said, "Hi, Jim, how are you?" "Yeah, good, good, good." General chit chat. And I thought, "Oh, by the way, Jim, my company, you know what I do, don't you?" "Yeah, yeah, yeah. My company got a special offer at the moment on SIM cards. It's incredible. How much are you paying on your SIM card?" "Oh, we got a really good deal." Whatever he said, I can't remember. But so what, ours is only £5 a month. And it gives you your international roaming, blah, blah, blah. And he said, "Oh, no, no, we're okay. To be honest, Rob, we've got enough money. We don't need to save any money." I said, "That's fine." I said, "You know where I am. And by the way, who's your broadband with?" He said, "Oh, we're not changing." And recently we've had an internet company put a load of fibre down our road. "Oh, we're not changing that. We're happy with BT, it's £70 a month." I'm like, wow, I only pay £26 a month. But in the future, if you're never happy, you know where I am. And he chuckled to himself, said, "You're trying, aren't you, Rob? You're a good salesman." I said, "Look, just wanted to let you know." And I'm not going to beat him over the head. He's a neighbor, but I want to go and talk to others. So don't focus too much, Shalane, on those. "I'm okay. I want to think about it once." Just go, "That's fine. Here's my card." Move on. Because my neighbors have said to me, "No, I'm okay," for years. And then recently the SIM card deal was a door opener for them.
Okay. Thank you.
Yes, Ros. Oh, let me unmute you, Ros. Technology, Ros. Can you?
You keep asking me, Rob. I am muting myself again.
Oh, okay, that's fine. You're muted. Ros has figured out how to unmute.
Oh,
Oh, there you
sorry,
go,
my
Ros.
screen wasn't in the right place. I made 3 appointments on Saturday at a 20K. I thought I'd consolidated them quite well. I said, I will definitely, face to face, I will definitely be there. You can do this
Yeah.
and get your bills out.
Yep.
And 2 out of those 3 so far have cancelled.
Yep. Was the appointments face to face then?
Face to face.
Good. That's good. Yep. Good.
I'm
Okay.
trying to do more face to face. I think you have more chance usually of
100%.
keeping
100%.
it. But what am I doing wrong that they're cancelling? They're not, I haven't found their pain. Is that the same thing?
Are they cancelling or postponing?
One has, I said, suggest, or should we do it next week? I'm free. And I gave her a couple of alternatives, never came back. So that I think was perhaps an excuse. The second one, I went back to her and said, okay, now are you cancelling forever or are you still interested and you want to save money? And she came back, oh, yes, I do want to save money, but I'll talk to you in a couple of weeks' time. Okay, so it's not definitely dead,
No.
No. But it's just a case of what am I not, do I need to find their pain when I'm making the appointment?
But you kind of have with her because you said, is it about saving money? Yes, give me. So it's just not, the timing's not right. It's just, 2 weeks' time. And when you contact in 2 weeks' time, it's literally, it'd be like, hi, Ros, how are you? Yeah, good, good, good. Ros, remind me, what was it of interest? Was it was it you're not happy with your energy bills, your broadband, or your mobile? Find the pain again, reestablish the pain, because otherwise it's like, oh, and you've done that. You said,
Yeah, okay. Yes.
and
Can I
yeah,
ask a question,
yes,
Ros?
Sally.
I
Yeah.
was just going to say, I picked up on something, Ros. You said you guided them to get all their bills out before you were going round. Is that right?
Yes.
Yeah. Well, that's something I never do. And the only reason is because sometimes people are really busy. And if they have to do a lot of prep work and leg work before you even go round, they then think that they haven't maybe got time to do it.
True.
So I
True.
never guide people. I keep it really high level. Oh, we've lost Rob.
Oh, yeah, sorry.
Oh, there he is. I keep it really high level and say, look, I'm just going to nip round, put the kettle on. I'm going to show you really simply how I help people. And if it's for you, great. And if it's not, at least you're aware what I do. I keep it so high level because most people now can get their billing online. We can find out their usage. As long as most people have online banking, they'll know what they're paying. So you can get that at the time. And I think if you're giving people a shopping list of things they've got to do before you even go round, they're already in overwhelm and they just think, oh, I'm too tired, too busy, and they're delaying it. So I would maybe not do that and just
Okay.
is how
I mean, one of those people did say to me, what do I need to do in advance? And I said, well, if you have the time, find out your energy. But I said, it's not a problem because I can go online and
just say
Yeah,
put the kettle on. That's it.
yeah,
Keep it really
yeah.
easy.
Yeah, Shelley, I agree. I mean, by saying to people sometimes get your bills, it is kind of, oh, I don't know, can I be bothered anymore? It's, it's another hurdle. Keep it simple. Go, look, don't need to do anything. I'll pop round. And once you're around now, Shelley said, most people know how much their phone bill is, don't they? Most people know how much their energy bill is every month. Most people know, all those things. So
I guess
keep
it's
it
the
simple.
annual usage, isn't it? The one that's of more interest to us.
Yeah, but you can
like
put
for
the
like.
details. You can put those details on the partner app, and it will come up with who their energy supplier is with and their annual consumption. But again, don't get too bogged down with it, or because if they get their bills out, then they go, oh, what's your unit rate? Because on here, my unit rate at the moment is blah blah blah. So you're going to get stuck in that as well. So if you need to, you know how to find out the unit rate if you need to, anyhow. But unit rates are relevant when you take into account a cashback card. Refer a friend, you can get 50 quid. Become a partner, you can get more. So, But
Yeah.
yeah, and the most important thing, Rosalind, they haven't cancelled. One has, but two just postponed.
Yeah.
And the money's in the follow-up. Most people lose stuff because they don't follow it up.
Okay.
So diarize it. I'm sure you would anyhow. I'm sure
Yeah,
you'd be diligent in following up those people. But
I
when you
do.
do, talk about the pain.
Yeah.
Talk about the pain. People are only going to sign and switch because of pain. And when you're asking for referrals, Rosalind, who else do you know that might be interested in saving some money? And by the way, when I do an appointment, I would sit down with you, Rosalind, and just on the preamble, I'd go, are you local to here? We've got brothers and sisters. They go, yeah, I've got brother Stephen and Tracy. Great. If I show you what I show you tonight, if you're of interest, we can recommend it onto them. Now, Rosalind, you've signed up tonight. That's great. Your brother and sister, Tracy and Stephen, I can give them a call. You could get £50 on each one if they become a customer. Or if you're a partner, you could earn £500. Which do you prefer? It's, everyone on this phone call tonight, this phone call, Zoom call, if you can't get 4 or 5 recruits in the next 2 or 3 months based on referrals, asking, prospecting, you're missing a trick. You're not prospecting. Guarantee it. You're not prospecting if you can't get 3 or 4 partners. And then you teach those 3 or 4 partners, this is all I've ever done, to do exactly the same thing. Don't vomit over people. Simple, enthusiastic, passionate. Who do you know that wants to earn some extra money? Not everyone's going to do it. My brother's still not a partner. He gives me referrals, which is great, but he's still not a partner. My sister's a partner, does nothing. Not everyone's going to do something. And when people don't do it, and my sister's in a lot of pain as well. I shouldn't laugh at that. What I mean by a lot of pain is I don't understand why she's not doing it, but I understand. And because she's got so much going on, she couldn't do it, if you know what I mean. But find the pain. Find the pain, keep it short, keep it simple, and go from there. 20K giveaways, again, they're hard. People don't want to stop really. They just see it's a bit like door knocking. They see sell, sales, here they go, but door knocking and 20Ks, they all in their brain, they want to say no straight away. So you ask them a question, so they have to say no. So can I ask you a question? Do you like paying your energy bills? They're going to say no straight away, whatever. Because I've stood on stands and I've done it with some of you guys. I've gone, hey, I've got some free money. Here's a £10 note. Would you be interested in a £10 note? And they go, no, because their brains are going, just say no, just say no. Whatever they do, just say no. So get them to say no. And then you go, great. Many people said no today. Can I ask, who are you with? How much are you paying? Great. If I could save you some money, would that be of interest? Now, if they say no to that, they go, that's fine. Can I ask who's your broadband with? Who's your mobile with? You got 3 more stabs at the cherry there. If they keep saying no, or their body language is saying no, leave it. Move on. Give them a card. The worst thing you can do is give them a card. Door knocking. I was saying to Debbie Harrington, if you knock on a door and no one's in, put a card through the door. You knocked on the door, put another one through the door. I get more prospects from walking the dog than I do sat at home in the computer. If you're sat at home on the computer all day long, that's a killer. Get out there. You're all face-to-face people. People looking to watch your eyes and go, do you know what? You seem excited or you seem convinced, and let's have a chat. And go from there. Any other questions? What I would love is you guys to role play, find a team member and role play a presentation or a script, but keep it simple. Dumb it down. Do not. Sometimes I think if a company just took away the videos and everything, and you had to sit down and just talk to someone, I bet you get more deals. Because I support people, and I'm like, oh my God, this is so boring. They're reading the computer screen. Shalane, I'm not referring to you. I'm not referring to your presentation.
That's fine. That's fine. Can you not do that with us even at another point? Not tonight with your soccer. Can you not do how you do a presentation with us, please? Even if you were to do it, record it and send it to us.
Here you go. Right, here's a presentation. What's the screen before this one? There you go. So, Shalane, thank you for your time. Very, very quickly. As I said, it's about saving money. You can do it in the broadband SIM card or whatever. Very, very quickly. So if I'm doing a supported or not face-to-face, I use my mouse to point at the words as I'm saying it. So at the other screen, they can see my mouse. So I just go, Shalane, it's about saving time, saving money, or you could earn an extra income. Shalane, what's important to you?
All of them. Thank you.
All of them.
Mm.
Okay, okay.
Well, I'll be. You want me to be an easy customer or an?
No,
Yeah.
no, you can be what you want, but you say all of them, so saving time, and saving money, that is important to you, is it?
Yes.
Okay, great. Look. Um, and you would have control of the slides here, by the way, Shalay. Shalay, click on the bottom right-hand arrow. Here's a quick video. Click play. Watch it if you want. It just says about Ben. He's great. He's one of our ambassadors. Do you recognize Ben Fogel? He's great.
I only
No,
recognize him
don't
since
worry if you don't
No.
recognize it. Click next. Right, Shalane, ways to save with UW. And again, I'm using my mouse. And you don't have to, there are some partners that just will embellish so much. It's like all your home services on one simple bill. Shalane, would that be a benefit to you?
Yes, it would. Save me.
Okay.
Yes, it would.
Yeah, save you time, wouldn't it? Instead of getting all those direct debits, all those bills, one bill, 1 month. Award-winning customer service. Isn't it great that you can phone us up and the phone calls are answered within 15 seconds? Isn't that wonderful? Now, don't mention UK because we've got some people in South Africa,
Yes, I know that.
So,
That makes me cross.
oh, sorry.
It
So
does.
don't mention it. I've heard people say that. Oh, we're a
Yes.
UK-based call center, which is nice. But when you'll get the complaints then when people go, oh, I had someone from South Africa the other day, or I had someone from Scotland who didn't understand a word they said, cash back on all your shopping. How would you like to get money off your shopping every time you go?
I'm not very good with banking, so how would I manage to do that? And I would forget.
Don't worry. You don't have to go to the bank. You just carry on doing what you're doing. Now you're going to save money. How does that sound?
That sounds better.
Now you are kind of you know how it works, but later on when I go through the card, I think sometimes we complicate things with the card as well. But all I'm saying is you carry on doing what you're doing, Shalane. Don't change anything, but we're going to give you money off. At Shalane, we also give up to £400 towards early termination fees. For example, if you're in contract with Sky or BT or your mobile company, we can give you up to £400 off. So that's covered off there. And you can try us. You can try our broadband. You can try our mobiles. You can try our energy. If you don't like the smell of our gas, you can leave and go to someone else. If you don't like the speed of our broadband or it's not connecting, you can leave. That's how confident we are in everything we do, Shalane. You can try us for 30 days. You don't get that from other companies. And Shalane, you mentioned, do you have a brother and sister, did you say?
Yes, I do. I have a sister here in the UK. Yes.
What's her name?
Marin.
Marin, okay.
Marin,
And
yes.
who's your best friend?
My best friend is a group leader with UW, by the way.
Okay, all right. So
I'll give you somebody else. Let me think of
Yeah.
somebody else. I'm just trying to think who's my best friend who's not in UW. That's quite difficult.
Okay, what about your neighbor? Do you get on with your neighbor really well?
Yes, I do.
What's their name?
Liz and Glenn.
Liz. Right, I got two names now. So look, what I show you today, Shalane, if you like what I show you today and you're going to save some money, would you recommend me on to Liz and Glenn and your sister?
Yes, I would. Yes, I would.
Fantastic. Right, next slide. Click on the next slide.
Sure.
So you mentioned about we talked about saving money, and you mentioned you might be interested in earning some extra money. Why would you be interested in earning some extra money, Shalane?
In my own personal capacity, we do not have a pension, so I need to earn a pension.
Okay. And how much of the pension would you like?
Enough to be able to live and retire.
And what would that be? 1,000 a month? 2,000 a month?
No, 2,000 easily.
Okay.
If
So
we
you've got
don't
no
go out-
pension.
Yes,
You've got no pension now.
yes.
Okay. So UW, what they do is this. Every time you sign up a customer, you can earn up to £250 a customer. Okay. Once they become a customer, you'll also earn a small percentage from their bill. Now, that could be a few £100s a month in a few years' time to a few £1,000s a month in a few years' time. Do you like the sound of that?
Yes, I like the way you're moving the mouse there too, by the way. Yes.
Yeah. So you do it whenever it suits you. So you keep your full-time job. Very simple, great help and support. Do you want to give it a go?
I do.
Great. Let's get you registered. Right. Close the presentation. 2. Here we go. Right. That's it. Let's get you started. First thing, we get you signed up anyhow. What's your postcode? Blah, blah, blah. Here we go. Pop in the address. Yes, homeowner. Okay. The rest of this is simple. By the way, it says it all. I see in the WhatsApp chat, people go, oh, how much is it? Get on the cashback car for 3 or 4 services. Do a dummy quote. It's all on there, I always quote on everything. So, Shalane, I know you said you've got a good deal on your mobiles at the moment, but I'm going to quote on everything and we can take stuff off at the end. But just want to give you a quote so you know for future reference. So, we do energy, and it says here, always cheaper than the price cap. Broadband, UK's best value, superfast broadband with no price limit. Mobiles, 99% coverage. We use EE, which is what the emergency services use. So, it's the best in the UK. And now, guys, I can't sell insurance myself as a senior group leader. I trade under a company name, so I can't sell insurance. So it doesn't come up on mine, but when I'm supporting, it does. But anyhow, underneath here, it says, hey, look, you're going to get our cheapest fixed energy tariff or £50 off the price cap. And as I mentioned there, £400 to help you switch. And if you take 2 or more services, you can receive up to £150 as a gift from us as a welcome present. So let's go on next. Here are the fibre deals. Which one would you like? Whatever. Next. Keep it simple. Mobiles. Which one did you want? Okay, the £5 one. Great. Yeah. Next. Don't have to go into too much detail. Energy. Did you say you're a medium user? Now, Ros, I don't get bills out finding the annual consumption because within a few months, UW will find the annual consumption and say, oh, you're paying £50 a month. It should be £200 a month. Or it might be the other way around. You're paying £200 a month. It should be £100 a month, Unless.
Yeah, okay.
Go on.
Sorry. What I've done in the last 2 quotes is I've actually done the Uswitch Money Supermarket homework in front of them so they can see that I'm doing it and that it's open. And the difference it's made in them trusting me, I'm happier to keep doing it that way.
Hey, stop. Do you know what you're doing there? If I'm that customer and you're going through this and you say, do you want to give it a go? I'm like, seems too complicated. What was that website you went to? Uswitch thing. Oh my God. And Shalane, you've been here for 3 hours. You want to dumb it down.
Don't do it ahead of time.
Really dumb it down. People are going to do it because it's so simple to do. If you go, all right, I'm going to get this other website out you've got to dumb it down. If you know the usage, you can enter the usage. I know some people do that. I just go low, medium, high. By the way, if they're in a 6-bedroom house, I'm not ticking low to get the cheapest price, I always say to them, by the way, I'm going to select medium or high, whatever it is. But, when you get your bills, look if you're going into a credit or a debit. In the winter, you'll most probably go into a debit. In the summer, you're going to credit, but keep an eye on it. Next. Hey, look, £140 a month or the fixed tariff, £131. Which would you prefer? They'll tell you. You don't have to guide them. They will always say, what do you think, Rob? Well, all I can say is I've fixed my price at the moment or I haven't. That's all I can say. I can't guide you, Shalane. What have you decided? Blah, blah, blah. Next. Cashback card. Shalane, try it. 3 months for free. Try it. If you don't save £3 a month or more, cancel the card. And I always use a joking. If you haven't heard it before, I say they even let you keep the card. And you can use it as a ice scraper off your windows. So you can get 100% off the ice off your windows in the morning, Cashback card's great. That's a beautiful thing. Don't go into too much detail. Shalane, look, cashback card. You save money at loads and loads of places. I'm not going to go into detail. On average, I save 30, 40, £50 a month. With an extra 30, 40, £50 a month be a benefit to you, Shalane?
Yes, definitely.
Great. Look, we'll click try it for 3 months. There you go. So here's your package. You've got your energy, broadband, mobiles, your cashback card, £167. You happy with that?
Thank you.
Great. Next, complete your details. There you go. At the end of it, we'll then get you signed up as a partner. Short and simple. And as a partner, they are going to learn over years. You don't learn in just a video. They're going to learn over years. But dumb it down, simple. I know what you're trying to do with the use switch and all that. Don't do it. That's the classic. That's the classic. I've seen people get bits of paper out going, right, your SIM card is £30 for 3 SIM cards, your energy, and do cost comparisons. Stop it. You know, cost comparisons are everyone. When you've got the cashback card, when you become a partner and, you're earning £1,000 a month in upfront bonuses, British Gas don't offer that. Octopus don't offer that. EE don't offer that. We have a phenomenal opportunity to help people save some money, make a bit of money, or make a lot of money, And guys, tonight, go back through your list. Text the people that are customers. Look at your customer. Oh, that's another thing. Look at your customer status. How many customers don't have a SIM card? That's got to be your first port of call. Go and see them, get them SIM cards, and then go, by the way, Shalane, do you have any brothers? Do you have any sisters? Can I speak to them? Get your referrals going. Why people are knocking on doors and doing 20Ks is they're not getting referrals because they're not asking. When I say you're not getting referrals, are you asking? Oh, no, or I do sometimes. You're not asking the right way there. You're not sowing the seeds. You'll just go, do you know anyone? And people go, I don't really. And we know that's a lie because they do. So you've got to put words in their mouth. Do you have a brother? Do you have a sister? Who's your best friend? Who's your best mate at work? Who's your neighbor? That's got to be 5 names. And you phone all 5. Let's say 2 give you an appointment. You go see those 2 and they give you 5 names each. You've got 10 people now to go and prospect. I said to Debbie Harrington, I'm aiming for £5,000 commission this month, bonus on top of what I'm earning, because it's like, this is boom time. And I'm a bit annoyed. The company said we're going to take this 4th of November cap off so you can, the mobile deals there all the time. I'm like, no, don't do that. Because otherwise there's no urgency. It's like, oh yeah, it'd be there for ages now. I wish it was still the 4th of November, because otherwise, people just take a bit longer. We're naturally lazy, aren't we? So we got 10 minutes left, and if I can finish earlier, great. I don't know what the score is. Hang on. Still 0-0. Okay. Good. Any other questions? Debbie, you're very quiet. Debbie, your house looks very tidy. Debbie's selling her house, by the way, so that's why she's decluttered. She told me she's got 18 boxes of Winnie Mini leaflets of customers' details. She's never phoned and followed up. Did you learn anything tonight, Debbie?
Yeah, well, it's always nice to hear, people, I don't ask the questions, and I don't ask for referrals enough. So that's my big thing. I know what and because
at least you're honest. At least you're honest.
Yeah, it's all been about the house.
I would love you to get caught by the police for something, because they'll go, did you? Yeah, I did it. That was me. Yeah, guilty. Go on.
So when Rob phones me, everyone at the moment, I'm just going, it's all about the house, Rob. It's just about the house. It's just
excuses.
The house.
I think I said to you excuses, but you did prospect the removal guy the other day, didn't you?
Yeah, so removal guy who came for give me a quote, prospected him. He says it sounds very exciting, and he's watched a couple of short stories, sent me a message today, and then again, and then on door knocking.
Hang on, Debbie. What was his pain? Oh.
Well, I think that he was immediately thinking, God, I'm talking to people all the while who are about to move house, and he could see it. But I was just going to say something funny about door knocking. I went for a meal at a pub with some few woman opposite me I hadn't met, didn't really know, and I just happened to say, I work in utilities, and then I said, utility warehouse, and she went, I think you knocked on my door. And I said, yeah, probably. And so we've got an appointment Sunday afternoon. But so sometimes with door knocking, you never know when it's going to come back to you again.
That's another thing, guys. You just reminded me, Debbie. I do play a lot of golf, and a lot of the golfers know other UW partners. And the other day, I said to this solicitor, I said, have you heard of Utility Warehouse? Yeah, I've heard of Utility Warehouse. I was great. Are you a customer? He said, no. I'm like, why not? And he couldn't answer that. You know what I mean? He's like, I don't know. Why am I not a customer? And I'm like, great. Can I just show you what we do? And it's like, yeah. And so many of us, when we hear I've heard about Utility Warehouse, we kind of leave it at that, don't we? And you just got to go straight away. Are you a customer? And if they say, oh, no, like, why not? They've got this amazing deal on the moment, the broadband or the SIM card or whatever. It's another opportunity, because things change. We didn't have this proposition we got launched at Power Up. We didn't have this 3 months ago. things change. So get excited, go and talk to all those people that said no or think about it or whatever. Find the pain. People are only going to join because there's pain in their lives, because the bills are high. I'm watching the TV. I don't watch a lot, but I do like the news. I love the doom and gloom when they say, and I was watching the TV and people are like, yeah, bills are going up, bills going up. All right, crikey. I don't know. I don't worry too much about the bills because I'm in the free energy clubs. I love it when my bill's like nothing, and cashback £98 this month. I'm going to get a credit, I think. And they actually wrote me a letter saying my budget plan was too high. I'm going to get £444 credit. My energy, I'm like, this is great. I'm sure my bill next month is going to be minus something. So, guys, we got to talk to so many people. And I think that this year, I'm kind of glad with the economic crisis at the moment, because I think the whole year is going to be great. But we've got to talk and we've got to help so many people. There are so many people out there. And I've seen it in my street, and my street's a fairly affluent street. My neighbors are now looking at their bills, because I think what's happened is like my mortgage, they've come off the fixed rate. Suddenly it's like 4 or 5% now instead of 1%. My mortgage has gone up ridiculous amount. It's gone up £400 a month. For me, it's like, okay, that's a couple of customers. My neighbors must be the same. If theirs have gone up 400 a month or 1,000 a month, I bet the husband and the wives are going, we've got to cut back, or we've got to do something, or they're looking at the bills. So a year or 2 years ago, we were looking around the council estates. Now go and look at the big houses, guys. There are people out there that are penny pinching now, thinking about their money. So go and talk to everyone. Hopefully I've given you something tonight, if not enthusiasm.
Rob, can I just give Shalane a little just to let her know what I'd say on the door when people say, oh, I'm happy and you've tried everything and you don't badger people. This is what I say, and it works for me. I always say, look, do you mind if I keep in touch with you from time to time? And I'm going to be totally honest with you, because you know how I am, Rob, I'm honest. I said, I really don't like door knocking. I said, I do it because it's a great way to spread the word about all the exciting things we offer. Would you mind if I took your phone number? And then I won't bother you again on the door like this, but I can perhaps give you a ring. And they always say yes. They would go, yeah, sure. Okay. And they give me their phone number. So then I've got their number, so I can always message them or whatever, keep in touch. So that's what I do.
So you say to them, is it all right if I keep in contact with you?
Yeah. But I carry on and say, I'm going to be totally honest with you. I don't like knocking on doors, but it's just a great way to spread the word about the great things we do. And they just go, oh, yeah, and they're agreeing. And then I say, would you mind if I had your phone number? And then next time I could perhaps just give you a ring, say in 6 months' time, to see if anything's changed. And they always say that.
Hopefully now, Debbie, though, with finding pain on the door, you might not have to do that anymore. They might just go, yeah, I've just had my bill in. Come in. Yeah.
Yeah. No, okay. I've got to get back out there Saturday, having a big door knocking session on Saturday. Back out there.
Good. Yeah. Good. Guys, thank you for your time tonight.
Thank you.
Obviously, post on the WhatsApp chat any thoughts or ideas or something. But again, don't complicate the presentation. Keep it simple. Find the pain, and you will gain. Okay?
Thank you.
Exciting. Have a good evening. Take care, guys.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Thanks, Rob.
Bye-bye. Bye-bye.
Bye.